Asking a birder their favorite bird is always a really tough question. I think my number one is probably the roadrunner, but I like a lot of desert birds.
The cedar waxwing, which actually are on campus right now. They look like their feathers are painted on.
Well, there are a lot of birds I consider special, but I would say hummingbirds. We do not have any hummingbirds back in China, so for me, they are really special.
Before I came to Oxy, I was always really interested in wildlife. I met some people who were a little bit older and had been at Oxy for a while who are really into birding and birds as a whole. And they kind of roped me in on the whole birding culture.
It was like a pandemic thing for me. I would pick up the Northern California bird guide and just flip through it in the same way you'd flip through a picture book. I'd go out later in high school and be like, oh my God, this is exactly what I saw in the photos.
Well, I started birding when my high school friend Kate Tang, she asked me to go for a bird walk with her. From that day, I learned how beautiful birds are, and I just started to fall in love with them.
One of my favorite birding spots on campus is the feast garden, actually. There are a ton of birds here. You can kind of hear them singing. There's a lot down there near where the chicken coop is.
My favorite birding spot in campus is Fiji Hill. I often found a lot of birds that surprised me.
There's a lot of really good chaparral stuff up there, a lot of really good species.
You can see a lot of birds of prey, such as the red-tailed hawk, red-shouldered, turkey vultures, great horned owls even.
So in Oxy, we have a birding club. That's where I meet some of my birding friends. And also we have avian biology class.
I've heard about avian bio, I'm pretty sure almost the second I got to Oxy. I started meeting some people who are really interested in birds, and they told me that was a really cool class, so I've been looking forward to taking it ever since I got here pretty much.
I've been learning about the way birds fly, their physiology, their habitats.
And then we also get to go on a lot of field trips, which is really cool.
So we just came back from Malibu Lagoon. We saw up to around 70 species of shorebirds and other kinds of birds. And we're gonna go to the Sespe Condor Preserve where we're gonna see some real condors.
If you're interested in birding, I recommend just going outside, just maybe even sitting on the quad, looking at the different birds, kind of just observing what's happening.
I definitely recommend eBird and Merlin must-haves.
I would recommend a binocular, and if you have a camera, that will be better.
Once you get into it, at least for me and a lot of people, it becomes pretty addicting.